y'all? It's David with DMP Outdoors. Today we're gonna go out and I myself am gonna go out and go and plant this clover plot up here on the hill. Little, probably less than a quarter plot. Gonna get the weed eater and the chainsaw, get all the equipment together, because here in a second I'm gonna go up there and chill, because we're supposed to get rain tomorrow, like a real good chance of rain tomorrow. And then we got a lot more rain coming this week, and we are going to be out Thursday planting a radish plot on my grandpa's property, which is where you'll see earlier in this video where we were out spraying. But pretty excited. Deer season's only about a month away, a little bit more than a month right now, but I mean it's almost here, you know. So I'm pretty gosh darn, I'm pretty excited. But it's gonna be exciting deer season. I'm hoping with all these plots and stuff that we can actually better our hunt, because it's been pretty consistent just going out and shooting mostly deers we've already seen for a couple of years. We haven't really had great success at shooting anything above 4 years of age over there in a while. You know, last year I shot a 3-year-old. I'm hoping not to this year. I'm hoping to shoot a couple deers that we have. We got a deer out here towards the new property named 8 Bands that we named, and he's fairly big. So we're hoping he'll show back up. We're pretty sure we seen him a little bit ago, about 3 weeks ago. Me and Pat and my brother were test driving my truck after we put the brakes on it, and we had stopped because we seen this big deer in this field, and lo and behold, it was an 8-pointer already. And that was like about a month ago. We ain't seen him, well, 3 weeks, a month ago, and I just know he's gotten bigger. And he's probably a shooter. He was already probably 110-inch deer, which you've seen in the water hole if you've been keeping up with our videos. There's a lot of videos we're gonna be coming out this year. I never realized how much time consuming YouTube would be, but oh man, is it time consuming. And I don't know why, you know. I thought it'd be a lot easier to film our hunts and stuff, but man, we have spent a lot of time editing our videos, and we don't have very many videos out yet. So, but here's the disc, if it'll turn around. There's the disc, and then got the quad ready. I'm about to go head out. I'll see you up there in the field. Well, I'm back up here to the field. I'm about to swap the camera around and show you this food plot, what we've got. There's several trees that are gonna have to come down to give this food plot some light. I didn't know it was this bad, but yeah, it could definitely use some trimming up, because ain't nothing gonna grow out here if it can't get sunlight. As you know, we cut the weeds down 3 months ago and then plowed it twice just to test out the tiller. I didn't plow it the second time the whole way. I just it got wet, so I want to see how good the disc would do with wet ground. And it was a money mess. But I'll flip the camera around, show you all the food plot, show you the hunting spot where Pat killed his buck last year on one of our first, our first deer video was Pat's buck, and this is where we killed him, you know. So it's open, a little area. It's no bigger than a quarter acre, probably smaller than a quarter acre. But I thought it would be a great little plot on this property because there's really not flat land. But I'll flop the camera back around so y'all can see that. Well, y'all, it's David out here with DMP Outdoors. I was out here the other day, which you'll see earlier in this video, cutting some trees down because I was getting ready to break the soil up, make it look real good, and then plant these seeds up here in this little kill plot. But I almost was caught in the storm. I had to hurry up, put the chainsaw back into the side-by-side and hurry down the hill and cover the side-by-side up and put all the tools up in the shed. But oh my, man, it came down real hard. I was hoping that I'd get that seed in before it did that. Didn't happen, which is fine because it probably would have just blowed the seed over the hill and then probably wouldn't have grown. So this is supposed to be a more controlled rain for the next, since it's Thursday, July 30th right now. So I'm gonna go plant this plot and then plant the plot on my grandpa's today, which you'll see in a different video. But I just got done cutting the trees down and I'm getting ready to, tear the soil up, and then I'm gonna plant this little plot. And then that rain comes in Saturday, so not tomorrow, but the next day, and it's supposed to rain for almost a week. We just got a little buck show up at our water hole. We figured our water hole would pay off earlier this year because it's so hot and stuff out here, and it's summer, but the deers just haven't really liked it too much, I guess, or they're not used to it yet, which I think they're starting to get used to it because there's a fawn and her mom and then two other fawns and another mom that have been showing up at the water hole. And this morning was the first day we got a picture of a buck, a little 7 or 8 point buck, nothing that I'm going to target this year. Maybe my little brothers, I might let them shoot them. But I'm going to show you all the plot opened. So when the sun shifts, this should get almost every bit of sunlight it needs to grow. Now, it's going to be limited on its sunlight, but again, I've got a little chainsaw, which I'll show you guys. It's not meant to cut, big trees. So I cut down what I can and what I thought would work to cut down and give it some more sunlight. And right now it's like 11 o'clock. So when that sun moves, because the other day when the sun was where I had seen it, it covered this whole back end of the front end of the plot. That back end of the plot is what I just opened up. So I'm gonna show you all a picture real quick or a video, and then I'll show you all that little buck and how the water hole is going right now. But as y'all can tell, there's the food plot. There's the blind that Pat killed his buck out of again. Here's the front of the plot. Then got the little chainsaw, got the spreader, got this no-till. I bought it last year and I haven't used it. Plant's a 1/4 of an acre. This is probably about a 1/4 of an acre plot. Got some mineral blocks and mineral that we're gonna put out. We've got 2 more days before we can start putting out corn, which we're not gonna put out corn probably until next week for these deer, because in the state of Kentucky you're only allowed to put mineral out until you're allowed to put mineral out the whole year round, from what my understanding is. And then from sometime in March to July 31st, it's illegal to put any corn out, any bait other than a mineral site. So here soon we'll have the corn out. I'm hoping for the deer to pick up. We got that little young 9 point. Honestly, he's not, nothing crazy. He's probably would still be one of the biggest deers I've killed. But we have some other deers that, in my eyes, are giants. And, a giant to me is 120 because I've never killed anything over 100. Well, until my last year, I killed a 100-inch deer exactly, which I'm no professional scorer. It might score a little less, might score a little bit more. I don't know. Siggy's up here with me somewhere. Where you at, girl? There she is. Look at her. Yeah, she's a pretty little dog. But she's my little hunting buddy. She comes and hangs out with me all the time. What you got on your ear, girl? And but yeah, so we're gonna get this plot looking good and then plant it, and I'll show you a video of that after I get there. Well, y'all, David out here again. About to plant this plot. Get it going real good. Got some seeds. Have to spread the seeds into the spreader. We're using this little spreader we got. We got several other. I had a backpack spreader, but well, I don't know where the hell my backpack spreader went for this, but that's okay. Get this pulled up. I have to probably fill up again because we're going to use all these seeds for this plot. So this isn't a big plot, but probably really close to 1/4 of an acre. This is a clover mixed with a brassica. Clover mixed with brassica and oats and rye. So this is a seed that I'm willing to try. You know, I have heard good things about it, but it is what it is, and you know, we'll try it out, see what it does this year. And then if it ends up being a good seed, we'll start spreading more of it next year. So I'll pick you all up after I'm done spreading, and then when we go put some minerals up there. Pat's coming over. He's gonna help me on my grandpa's farm, plant the other plot. So I'll see y'all then. Well, as y'all can tell, that sun is moving and it's starting to hit the plot. As you can tell, there's some sunlight down there. It's getting more sunlight. Like I said, that rain's coming in 2 days. There's a seed right there. I spreaded it, the seeds. And there's Siggy Dog. Don't be eating these seeds now. We're about to go set those minerals out and then head over to Grandpa's when Pat gets here. So I'm sure hoping for a good 2026 season. But we'll keep y'all posted, and I'll see you up at the mineral spot. All right, we have made it up here successfully without dying. There's a mineral spot. There's the water hole, as y'all can tell, is dried out. But with that rain we're going to be getting here very shortly, we should have plenty of water for the deer. We're going to go ahead and get these minerals out and batteries in this camera. And as y'all can tell, water hole is very dry. But with that rain, it should hold. You can see right here where they've been smacking it. We're going to go ahead and get that done and get that camera with some new batteries, fresh batteries, and get out of here. But I'll let y'all investigate my mineral skills, man. As it takes a lot of skills, you know, to put these minerals out, of course. But this one's an apple block by Analogics, you know, Lee and Tiffany. Great deer hunters, a lot better deer hunters than me and my family, but that's okay. Not everybody can be as good as them, and that's just part of it. It's deer hunting, you know. You do it because you love it, not particularly on how good you are, but how much you love doing this stuff. And me and my family very much love doing this stuff, regardless of if we kill a 200-inch deer, which is honestly, you know, a goal for everybody, you know, I think. But the best part about it is you get to enjoy being out here with your family and your friends and just having a good old time killing out here. And, you know, it's one thing about my family, you know, is we may not be the, you know, my brother's killed a 130 that I scored again, so it's a 132. Does that mean he's actually 132 inches? Well, that's a net score. You know, that's not, we don't really care for so much about well, we like the gross score, not the net score, because that net score, I mean, what does it mean? It means deductions because your deer doesn't grow naturally, or he doesn't grow the way that they symmetrical. Like, that's kind of dumb. At least I think. Although it doesn't really matter what the measurements are, as long as you're out there killing them. Hey guys, this is David. If you made it to the end of this video, please go like, share, and subscribe. This clip right here is of Matt showing you guys the plants growing already, which was about 3 days after we planted. But in the next video, we'll be monitoring our growth and going back out there and checking in about a week.